second frame, and you know, the first half is always kind of a fill you out half, but I really thought they got the best of us in the first half. But boy, we showed some great composure in the second half.
Take a look now at the stats here from the first half. You just see the shooting for them. Shot the ball pretty well, but the three-point shooting for you guys, 1 of 11 from the field in the first half.
Yeah, as good as we had shot the ball Wednesday night against Truman, you know, we made 12 three-pointers, and we came out and just was, you know, really cold from the three-point line, 1 for 11, and we had a lot of open looks, and the ball just wasn't going in for us. And you know, your offense never looks as good when the ball doesn't go in the hole, and so you know, we were all pretty frustrated, but we got in the locker room, we got our composure, and came out in the second half. We made some shots.
After the break, we'll have the second half highlights from Saturday's game between Central Missouri State and Pittsburgh State. Watching your home for the Sideline here on Caps 13.
Families, and you know, you can see here on the video, that's Joe on the left with Josh Smith, his son, and then to my left is Joe Beitzinger, and he's also the president of the scholarship drive, and we were able to get a donation of $100,000, and the donation is an endowment for scholarships. So it's not just a one-time, hey, here's $100,000, go get some kids. This is something that's going to affect women's basketball for the lifetime of the program, and you know, that money goes into endowment. We invest that money, and then you know, the percentages, you know, as the market improves and as the market continues to get better, which it will, we'll be able to have more scholarship money each year through this endowment. And so, you know, gifts like these are huge for the university. They're huge for Pitt State, and you know, to get a gift of this amount for women's basketball just shows what kind of support we have in Pittsburgh. It shows that our community is all about Pittsburgh State, and you know, we couldn't ask for more than what the Smiths have done for us. It's actually the Goppert Foundation that provided us with this gift, and again, it's going to affect the lives of a lot of players for a long time to come.
You can see the emotion on your face, and you're ecstatic about the check being, that's a pretty good sized check there, just not the amount, but the check itself.
It is, and it was really cool. I thought Bill Kroenke, our vice president, or excuse me, our assistant athletic director, just did a great job in with the press release, and you know, taking care of the Smiths and making it a neat event, because it really is. It's special, and it's huge for Pittsburgh State.
Now, in the second half highlights here, the first play of the second half, we're going to see you guys are down by 10, or excuse me, down by 11, and a big shot coming up here by Caitlin Demarest, three-point shot.
Again, Caitlin's had a great 2 games and really a great season, but you know, we're down 11, and this starts our comeback right here. We get, again, the dribble motion's going there, and that's what we like to do, is kick for threes, drive the basket, and Caitlin comes up with a huge shot.
Strong move right here coming up by DePriest Taylor. Just a nice move one-on-one once again.
Yeah, we tried the back door there, it wasn't open. Now the next part of the dribble motion, and DePriest is tough to stop one-on-one, and she can go left or right, and just a great move by her.
Once again, another big shot, three-point shot by Caitlin coming up here for 3.
And DePriest is looking to drive here. She kicks back. We always have a drag behind the drive, and that was our drag right there, and that was a great shot by Caitlin.
Right here, DePriest picks up her 4th foul early on in the second half. Kind of a questionable call there, but Fleming was able to get inside of her and get to the basket and got called for her 4th foul.
Well, Fleming's a tough matchup for us because she's about a 5'10" point guard. Most of our guards are little bitty guys, and she does a nice job of penetrating. They kind of run similar offense to what we do. They're trying to drive the ball, and like I said, tough matchup for us. DP picked up her 4th foul there. We're a little bit worried, but you know, we brought her in pretty early with about 8 or 9 minutes to go, and you know, she played the game out and was pretty smart. So you know, other kids stepped up.
Yeah, right here, a big move once again by Nicole. Just a spin move once again in the paint. Just hard to stop that.
Well, I don't know if she's the best post player in the league, but I think she's pretty darn good, and she's tough to stop one-on-one, and just showed another great move there with the left hand, and took the contact and got an and-one call.
And that bucket right there cut you guys within 2. Then right here, a big basket tie the game was Candace Gilbert.
Actually, this is Laura Glenn, and again, you know, Laura's played in the post most of the year for us, but she shows that she can play out on the perimeter there. And again, we're trying to attack the rack, and nice drive by Laura Glenn and a better finish.
Right here, Kayla Ruby going to get some action here on the three-point shot as well.
Kayla's been, you know, she's given us some sparks in some games. She's hit some big shots for us, and she had just turned the ball over the possession before, and she came down and made up for it with a huge 3. And that got us our first lead of the game. A great effort by Candace sticking with it, and Laura got a little bit too far underneath the goal, and on that highlight you can see what Nicole, she teed up. That's what we call it when we drive baseline, for Laura to kick back to her, but she missed her and went ahead and made the power move, missed the shot, but Candace did a great job.
I heard Caitlin just takes control of the basketball, right? Nice little move to the basket.
Kind of got a little blur screen there from Nicole, and did a great job finishing that one.
And down 5 right here, 54-49. A big basket by Laura Glenn once again.
Laura was solid in this game. She had 9 rebounds, 5 on the offensive end, and she didn't score a lot of points this game, but she came up with some big shots, and that was one of them right there. Got the and one call.
And big foul right there, because like I said, there's a 5-point deficit, and right there, cut it within 2. And right here, Bailey Wall once again, a big 3-point shot.
She hit 2 big ones here, and maybe this is the back-to-back. I'm not sure, but Bailey Wall can shoot it, and we got her. If her feet, look how far out that is. But we tell her if her feet are set, and she's got her shoulder square. I guess this is the replay of it. I mean, she's 5 feet behind the line. This is NBA range, and just knocked it down. And you can see her, she got a little motion going, and that's what the game's all about, is passion and emotion, and she did a nice job for us.
Right here, down by 1 now, Bailey Wall's able to now pass the ball, showing her ability to pass the ball inside to the cones.
Again, that's that tee-up we talk about. Anytime we drive baseline with the player, we should have a shooter in the opposite corner. We actually teach the drive baseline, jump out of bounds and throw it to that shooter, or you got Nicole teeing up, or you should have a drag behind you with the 3-point shooter behind her. And so you got 3 options, and Bailey chose the right one there. Nicole's man came to help. Nicole was teed up and got her a great pass.
Once again, you see DePriest's nice vision that the basketball finds Nicole down low with the foul and one.
Yeah, DePriest's a pretty good player, and she has really improved this year, and I think her last 5 or 6 games, she's really taken her game to another level. And 7 assists in this game. Sat out a lot in the second half with 4 fouls, but still able to have 7 assists, and didn't score as much as she's been scoring the last 4 or 5 games, but really handled herself well at the end of the game.
Right here, up by 2 with 15 seconds to go. Fleming for Central once again. Strong move to the bucket.
Yeah, we should have had a switch right there, and we didn't rotate over on our switch. That should have. Just a defensive blunder right there, but Fleming's tough, man. She's a good player. She's freshman of the year in the league last year, and she showed why. She had a great game for him. She's a competitor, but we still had a shot here. This is the end of the game, and we got Breonna Buchanan. She gets her shot blocked, but there's Nicole. She's got a shot, and just didn't go in for us. We actually had a 7-point lead, and we didn't score the rest of the game, about the last 2 minutes, and Central hit some big shots, tied the game up, and we got it in. We got the last shot, but we were able to send it into overtime and give ourselves another chance to win.
Overtime is a big key for you guys. I believe it's your first overtime game of the year, but a nice start in overtime.
It was a very good start, and again, this is that play right there that we talked about, that baseline drive. This time, Candace, instead of being in the corner, because she's not a pure 3-point shooter, but she's a good driver. Well, you saw she's still there for DePriest as an outlet, and DePriest makes a great pass, and Candace has a nice finish there.
Right here, the steal by Caitlin Demarest.
That's the big-time play right here, tie game. She hits another 3 here coming up, but got the steal and the finish, and I believe this is her 3, and that gave us a little separation with 2 minutes left. And again, Caitlin's hit 9 threes. I believe she's 9 for 15 her last 2 games, and she's only hit 15 threes all year, and she hit 9 in the last 2 games. So she's really stepped her game up, and when we need her to score, she's been scoring. When we need her just to be a passer, she does that. She's an ultimate team player, and just had a great 2 games for us.
And now you see the time left on the clock. Central has their ball underneath their own basket, and the timeout being called. So what's the message to your team?
Well, we need to get a stop right here, and the number one thing we want to do is keep Fleming in front of us, and that's what we have to do. But really, it's one-on-one at this point, because this is the inbounds play, and they ran this play against us at their place. We knew they were going to run it. We told them they're going to try to spread you out and throw it down in the post. And DePriest was supposed to sit in the lap of this post player, and Nicole was going to play behind. Well, DePriest went for the ball fake to the wing, so we really got fortunate because they did get the pass in there, and that's where we should have been. But they missed the shot, and Laura Glenn just hustling, and we get